This changes everything for the Lakers. And when I say everything, I mean it. Over on Sportcenter, the conversation turned into one of those moments where you realize this isn't just another preseason update, it's the kind of news that sets the tone for an entire franchise moving forward. The season is right around the corner, training camp is opening up, media day is practically here, and while everyone is talking football right now, basketball is coming fast, and the Lakers are already making headlines in a way that no one can ignore. So here's what went down. Rob Pelinka and JJ Redick stepped in front of the media before the players even had their turn, which tells you a lot already. This wasn't just routine, this was calculated. They wanted to make a statement before the season tipped off, and they did. Pelinka came out and confirmed that JJ Redick, yes, still only entering his second year as head coach, had already signed an extension. Let that sink in for a moment. He still had years left on his deal, and yet the Lakers wasted no time in doubling down on their guy. That tells you how much belief this organization has in Redick, how much they think he is the man to lead this team not just for the present moment, but for years to come. Now, of course, we all know coaching contracts in the NBA don't always guarantee long-term job security. Coaches get fired all the time before the ink on the paper even dries, but this feels different. It feels like the Lakers are planting their flag and saying, this is our vision, this is our leader, and we're not looking back. And that's huge, because let's not forget how last season ended. It was rough, a first-round exit, a lot of disappointment, and plenty of questions about where this franchise was headed. And yet, here we are, months later, with the Lakers making it clear they believe they've already found their answer on the sideline. And honestly, I think there's more to this than just basketball. This move also has the fingerprints of ownership all over it. With Mark Davis soon stepping in as the majority owner, you can tell this isn't just Pelinka's decision. The front office and ownership are aligned, and that alignment matters more than anything else. The Lakers don't want to go into the season with any doubt hanging over their head coach. They don't want whispers about Redick's job security. They want stability. They want a leader who players can trust. And by handing him this extension now, they sent a very clear message. JJ Redick isn't just the coach for today, he's the coach for tomorrow. But of course, what makes this story even bigger is the way Redick himself handled that press conference. He wasn't just up there to say thank you and smile for the cameras. He was asked real questions about this roster, about what he expects, and about which players are standing out as training camp approaches. And let me tell you, one name came up again and again, and that's where things really started raising eyebrows. Because as much as this press conference was about Redick's extension, it quickly turned into a conversation about one of the Lakers' most important young pieces. Redick went out of his way to make sure everyone in that room knew exactly how impressed he's been. He said, every day that he's been in the gym, he's been the best player in the gym. His body looks incredible. He's stronger, he's faster, his burst is there, his athleticism is obvious. And when you hear a coach say that, unprompted, mind you, it carries weight. It means this player isn't just doing what's expected. He's making a statement before the season even begins. And that's why this whole conversation turned from a simple preseason update into something that feels much bigger. The Lakers aren't just locking in their coach, they're also hinting at who they believe can step up and become the face of their future core. And trust me, that changes everything for this team heading into the season. Does he have limitations? Of course he does. He's not the biggest guy on the floor, he's not the most physically imposing presence out there, but that's never been the story with him. What has defined his career so far is steady improvement. Year after year, since the moment he put on the purple and gold, he's found a way to get better. And last season, under JJ Redick, we saw the best version of him yet. The numbers prove it. Playing 35 minutes a night, he averaged more than 20 points, nearly 6 assists, shot 46% from the field, and close to 38% from deep. And you know what else? He lived at the free throw line, and when he got there, he cashed in at an elite clip. That's efficiency, that's maturity, and that's the mark of someone who's entering the prime of their career. At 27 years old, that's exactly where he is. Now, some fans forget this part. He was a 4-year player in college. He didn't come into the NBA as a teenager or even at 20. He was already 23 when he broke in, which makes it feel like he's been around forever, even though, in reality, he's just now hitting that sweet spot where experience and physical peak collide. And here's the truth, he's still got plenty of years left in the tank. But what makes this season so fascinating is that it's not just about his growth on the court, it's about his decision off the court too. The Lakers offered him an extension this summer. He turned it down. He bet on himself. And now, the stakes couldn't be higher. Around the league, executives are already whispering that he could command $30 million a year if he continues trending upward. Think about that. $30 million per season for a guy who not that long ago was fighting just to get a guaranteed roster spot. And the consensus around the NBA is clear. He's likely staying in Los Angeles. Executives have said it, ESPN has echoed it, and the Lakers themselves are moving as if he's part of their long-term picture. But make no mistake, he's got to prove it. He's got to show that he belongs in that tier, not necessarily with the biggest stars in the league, but as that reliable third option every contending team desperately needs. Look at the blueprint. We've seen how important a secondary ball handler is alongside a superstar. We saw it in Dallas with Jalen Brunson next to Luka Doncic. We saw it again when Kyrie Irving came in. That formula works, plain and simple. It eases the burden on the primary star. It keeps the offense flowing when defenses load up. And it prevents stagnation in those crucial playoff stretches where every possession matters. And now, in Los Angeles, he has the chance to step into that same role. It's not just about scoring, it's about controlling tempo, about steadying the offense, about reading the floor in real time, and keeping pressure on defenses from start to finish. It's about giving the star those much-needed stretches of relief where the game doesn't fall apart the second he sits. That's what separates contenders from pretenders. Is he as good as Brunson or Kyrie? No, not yet. But the reality is, he doesn't need to be. What he needs to do is lean into his strengths: the craftiness, the efficiency, the ability to get to the line, the willingness to take big shots without hesitation. If he continues on this trajectory, he can absolutely become one of the very best third options in the entire league. And in today's NBA, a reliable third option is often the difference between making noise in April and playing in June. And let's not overlook what Redick said just days ago. His body looks transformed. He's stronger, faster, more explosive. Those aren't usually the first words you'd use to describe him. But if those traits carry over into the season, it changes the equation completely. Because last year, toward the end, we did see him wear down a little bit. He carried a heavy load, and his body felt the effects. This time around, with added strength, added burst, and a deeper physical base, he looks more prepared to handle the grind. If he can be more durable, more resilient, if he can sustain his level of play from opening night all the way through the postseason, it doesn't just help him, it helps the Lakers in a massive way. It gives them balance, it gives them reliability, and it gives them exactly what every team fighting for a championship is desperate to find: consistency on the nights when the star isn't at his best. So here's where we stand. This season is a proving ground. It's about taking another leap. It's about showing the front office and the league that he's worth every bit of that potential payday. And it's about solidifying himself as a core piece in Los Angeles for years to come. And if everything we're hearing is true about his work, about his body, about his mindset, then he's walking into this season with more momentum and more opportunity than at any point in his career.